Music was one of the primary entertainments in the 17th century in a typical Dutch city. You had city musicians who would often give performances in the town hall. There was music in the taverns, there was music in the church, but I think that most people enjoyed musical performances in their own homes.
The nouveau riche, all the rich traders were having musical parties at their houses and using all this music in a domestic situation, which was very, very important. So that was a way of meeting each other and having a good time.
Having a painting with a musical subject on your wall would help you to recall that pleasant experience that you had with friends and family. Music offered a rare chance in the 17th century for men and women to get together without a chaperone, because I think it was assumed that if your hands and your thoughts were occupied with music, they weren't doing something else. I think a good example of this is the painting by Yann Stain of the woman seated at a harpsichord and the man sort of slouching over the side of it. There are two inscriptions, one on the keyboard flap by the woman that says, "Only for the glory of God," and the second one on the lid of the harpsichord that says, "Actions prove the man." We see in the background a young boy bringing a huge lute for the man to embark on a duet with this young woman. And very often a duet in music is the prelude to a more intimate relationship between the man and the woman. Artists use music as a metaphor for harmony in all its different aspects. It was used to symbolize political harmony, familial harmony, and I think most often, harmony between a man and a woman. One of the most beautiful examples of this is a painting by Gabriel Metsu. Its composition just seems designed to be harmonious. The woman leans to offer the man a sheet of music. The man tips a glass in her direction. It's a very congenial, very harmonious, and very intimate exchange between the two people. Before the age of recorded music, music only existed in the moment of its playing. As soon as the sound of the music died away, the music itself was dead. And this was likened to a person's life. For example, in the Vanitas painting by Trek, we see common symbols of transience, such as the skull, but we also see several musical symbols. We see a violin in the background, an open musical score, things that remind you of the temporary nature of human existence. I think the paintings are just remarkable. We get, I think, a very good sense of how they loved music.
They get you just here because the people depicted are real. We could know those people. They're studying an instrument. They're pining for love, maybe. There's a little bit of a frisson going on.
I think it's that aspect of these paintings that we can really connect with today, just that similar shared enjoyment.